Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to Transport Fever. Now if you notice, actually, everything is gone. I decided to start over because we did a first look on the game. It was very promising, it's very cool, but I wasn't really that used to the game yet, so I think I didn't make the best decisions. Now since then, I have been playing a lot of this game, and I think I got more experience now. So I am fairly confident now to start fresh, and hopefully we find something which is better. We're able to make it work more. Anyway, I started a new map. This is the Europe map, a large one with medium hills and an easy difficulty, because I've heard that normal and hard are, I think, a bit bugged at the moment. Not really bugged, but the balance isn't quite right. The seed is named Clumsy with a capital C if you want to recreate this at any point so you can have the exact same world, right? But anyway, let's start. So, in this series, I'm planning to make it a let's play. I'm not sure how many skips, but probably not as many. So I'll be showing as much as I can to you guys. And I'll be showing tips and some best practices, some things that I've learned throughout. But if you have any comments, suggestions, or you have tips of your own, do let me know, okay? Anyway, let's get started. Now, to get started, we have to look at the industries. And to start with, I want to focus on cargo first, then passengers and public transportation later. Because this is a fairly unpopulated city, and I think most of the cities are like this. And I think if I introduce public transpo, it might be not that much. I mean, they might not need it yet, logically speaking, if they're not that plentiful. Traffic isn't available, and traffic isn't there, and it's relatively peaceful, so I think you don't need it currently. So what I would focus on is cargo, and for cargo I would recommend starting on farms, because farms are fairly quick to produce. It's just like grain and livestock from the farm straight to the processing plant, and that would yield food, which is a finished product already, which can be delivered to the city, so the city will grow. Another alternative would be providing stone from quarries like this, and transporting them to construction material plant, and that will lead construction materials, and that is a finished good as well, which can be delivered straight up to the city, right? So yeah, lots of different options, lots of different things. We'll see how we go, okay? In the meantime, let's do one step at a time, and I think I want to focus on stone, just to change it up. So I've been playing this for quite a while, a number of hours, had some playthroughs, so I got more experience, but I'm no expert still. So you'll have to help me out as well. Anyway, let's start with this one. Start small, but I want to pick 2 tracks instead of 1 because that will be useful later on, and it's almost the same price as 1 track. So let's start off with a train since we have money anyway. You can pause the game, make sure it doesn't cost us any more money, because we currently have a loan. If you look at our finances, we start off with a loan of 9 million, so we have to pay that off sometime, right? So let's create a rail here. 2 tracks, yes. Freight, cargo, okay, perfect. Alright, now this isn't looking too good in terms of price. It's a bit expensive. We can go and tweak, look for the best price, but we have to make sure that the quarry there is still lighting up. So you see, if we go too far away, it's not lighting up anymore. If you go near, that's perfect. So I think we can go here. 200k, that's not bad. I think we can go with that. That should work right there. Yep, lighting up, perfect. Now we go and lead straight on to the construction material plant. Now we can look at the slopes here. Numpad 6 for shortcut. And we can follow those contours, so to make sure that we avoid those hilly parts. It's relatively flat here, I think. You can also see the elevation on the lower right. It's going up a bit, but not by much. It's just gradually climbing up. So we should be able to make it happen. Right now, I'd say let's just keep it straight like this. Make sure to focus on the speed here, the max speed. Keep that maximum as much as possible. That means the less curves, the better. And keep note of the price, because if you just drag this like that, the price will blow up for sure. So in little chunks would be best. Okay, that would be nice. Now this one, we don't really need it yet, but let's just blend it here. And put this as far away as possible. Yeah, like that maybe. To make sure that this leg here is still at its maximum speed. Because if you put that near here, the maximum speed here is then 50. Not that it's important because you're only starting here. You'll stop at the station, so you won't have max speed. But theoretically speaking, this should be better. Right? So let's max it out right there. Maybe that would work. Yeah. Then let's drag this all over there. Like so. Maybe we can go through the forest. That shouldn't be expensive. In this one, it will make a thing here already, a railroad crossing. That's okay. But here, you see, there are gray areas, so it will dig a bit. So I would suggest putting it back like that. Make sure it doesn't dig. Look at the price jump. Just a few meters from 22, it becomes 60k. So it will be a bit uphill. It will be a bit slower for our trains if we do it this way. But it will be much more affordable as well. So let's make sure that we do that then. Now I'm wondering, where should the train be? On this side? This is the plant, right? Where my mouse is. On this side or this side? I think it's better to have it on this side just to be closer to the road. I think. Okay. So see, it is starting to build up again. Generally, I try to avoid those gray areas on the side as much as possible. Keep it cheap. Especially in the beginning, that's important. Sometimes you can just go for it like so. Yeah. In the beginning, it can be a bit tedious, but more or less, it should work fine. Alright, now that's there. We can make one more here. There we go. Actually, we can link straight up there. Wow, this is expensive. 272k. Yeah, that's expensive. Is there no cheaper option? Let's go far away here. Maybe that way. Yeah, that works. That should still be fine. And then from here, we should be able to link this up straight away. That's not too expensive. I like. And then the other side, let's also blend in. I'm not sure what the official term is. I'm not really a train expert, but I have been learning bit by bit. Too much slope. Crap. Okay, that means that's the edge. This is the edge. Alright, that works. Perfect. Right, so now we have a line. And now we can create, we have some rail tracks. Now we can create a line using this button here. New line. Click this one. Go to that one, to and from. Now from the first look, I didn't make trains. I focused on trucks. But I found out that it is quite profitable to have trains from the get-go, from the beginning. It makes life a lot easier. Now we only have one rail here, which means if we have two trains meeting each other, they will have no way to go through. So that means we have to introduce some passes. Now passes allow trains to pass each other, as the term implies. And that's a very helpful thing when it comes here. So let me see, maybe I can present something like that. Try to extend it as much as you can. Yeah, something like that. Extend it a bit more, just give a bit more space, and then close it off. As gradual as you can again. Something like that would work. There, that's fine. Now from here, we need some signals. Now what are signals for? They actually say when a train should stop. Generally, that's the clue. That's the concept behind them. Like if you look at our line, it's only using one side of the road here. But what I want, is to have this way on the right. When the trains are going upward, they stay here in this lane, and when they're going the other side, they stay on the other lane. So if we create some signals here, that is like a help for the AI as well, that we want it to go that way. So we make one here, signal. We make one right here, right when they're about to join, like there. Okay, now you see the line automatically adjusted. Now it sees that we want it that way. We can actually make this into a one-way signal. I think that's more accurate, but honestly, for our purpose, it doesn't really matter that much, and that should be good enough. Right? So what does this do? This allows trains to stop over here. So when there's a train coming by, they will detect that, and the signal will say, stop here, there's a train coming by. Okay? And then when the train passes over here, a train can then proceed. Same with the other side. That's the basic concept of passes. Yeah. Now we can have a pass there, we can have another pass here, just to make it as parallel as possible, I guess. It's not that it's required, but it is quite helpful to have more passes to allow more parallelism, so to speak. Yeah, so let's extend it like so. Make sure that your tracks are attached, because the game has a funky mechanism sometimes that it doesn't attach to the existing rail. It makes its own and it overlaps the rail. So something like this would work. Yep, and same one, signal here just before the join to make sure there are no collisions. Well, in this game, I don't think trains collide, but they do get stuck, right? And that should give us a proper train system right there. Cool. Now what we need is a depot. A depot is where trains come from. It's where trains are born. So let's pick one here. For now, this should be okay. A depot looks like that. Alright, and connect as well the other side, just so we have both sides. That would work. It's fine. Alright, now what do we want? We have a line. Let's unpause the game. This should now load here. Since the train is in range here, and there should be a thing. Yeah, there it is. Production 98, stored 58. Now nothing is there yet. I think sometimes, excuse me, I think sometimes you have to create a train first and have him go there to the other side so that the system would detect it. I'm not really sure what the exact logic is, but that's the way it's going. So let's pause the game first. Let's make a train, and then let's see how this goes. Now I did start on the year 1900, just so we don't start so primitive. And currently these are the trains. Wow, these are so slow. Pioneer among the aerodynamic locomotives. Top speed is important here, as well as the power and attractive effort. Okay, so I think, a Prussian. This could work, but I think we can push it a bit. Yeah, why not go all in? Since we have money anyway, let's go all in. Get the PLM 220. Load it up with some wagons for stone ores, for stones, which is this one. And that will create construction materials. But the construction materials we can use on different train line for that, a different train. Let's go with that later on, right? So for now, Stone, get, I don't know how many. You can select the train here. So it's still in the depot. We can carry 8 coal or 8 stones. That will adjust automatically later on. And I don't know. Let's focus on 20 for now. 24. It's the magic number. Not really. Set that to the new line. So now, this train should come out and go to that other side. First train hype, guys. The graphics in this game is just amazing. Look at that. Cool, right? Anyway, for now, we don't have any production yet, but that should get fixed pretty soon. So the stone from here should get transferred to the terminal, the station, I think. Yeah, it should, yes. Everything is in range, so that should be automatic. We have a line. Yep, perfect. Now the question here then is, once we do have the line, where do we take this construction? Assuming that the construction material does work, that there is a construction material produced here, where do we take it? We take it to towns, either to South Elmsall, or Hastings. Now that's a good question. Our train is just chilling there. Still no stone there. I think he has to arrive at the destination first for the AI to discover that there is indeed a route. Or maybe it takes some months, I don't know. But it's not instant, that's for sure. So we can go ahead and take a train again. Going here. What was that? Okay. So we reached 1901. We discovered some of these. I don't know what these are. Trains or trams, either one of those. South Elmsall North. Right, we can fast forward that a bit, but actually, okay, there it is. So if you look here, yes, we now have stone at the station. Perfect. Right? So that means when our train arrives here next time, should be able to take the stone there, deliver it here for the construction materials. Okay, that's perfect. Now where do we take it? That's the question. I think in terms of contours, I think it's better to take it to South Elmsall. South Elmsall? Alright. And we can take another train for that. But we have to focus first on which exact buildings need the construction material. So the construction material is used by industrial buildings. And if it enables this overlay, this one, we see that the industrials are the yellow ones. So our train station should either be here, right close here, or it should be far away, but there should be a truck line, some truck stops going here. But I think for us, we should be fine with having a train station right here next to it, very close to it. So if we can have something like this, or maybe something like that. I would want to avoid needing a truck station, so we can have trains directly, but I don't think that's manageable in our case. I think we will need it. Alright, so let me just make this then here, and then we can continue delivering to other places later on. Number of tracks, let's make that 2 tracks, just a personal preference, and copyright there. Yeah. Now from here, let's make the rails again. Now making the rails can be a bit tedious sometimes, but it's super rewarding if you make it right. So it's worth the effort to make the right ones. So you'll be using that indefinitely. So might as well make it right. Let's curve it a bit. Just make sure it's 120 all the way. Oh. Something like that should work. And let's curve it here slowly so that it blends bit by bit like that. I think that should work. Does that work? That's too sharp. Look at this. It seems to be connecting, right? But because we're too sharp, if you look in closer, they're actually not connected. So we will have to adjust this again. Now this is where the trial and error part comes in usually. And that can get a bit painful. This one connects. That's nice. That is very nice. It does need to slow down here a bit, but I think that should be fine. Yeah? I think that's okay. We'll see. We'll see. And then let's put the signal here. Make sure they don't come into conflict there. Excuse me. There we go. Now we have a train station, we have a line, we need a train. Let us... Let's see. Let me see. Let's make another depot here, just to save time. Depots are quite cheap in this game. I mean, next to the prices of the actual trains, I don't think they cost anything at all. Because they're so cheap. Like, look at this. They might have a monthly fee, but I don't think it's significant. Look at that, 22.8. Compare that with the trains we'll be buying, which will be worth millions. Yeah, definitely worth it. Alright, so now let's buy a train here. Let's get the same one, the PLM 220. Maximize that speed. And this time buy wagons that are for, that's stake cars, which can carry construction materials. Let's buy 5 again. 3, 4, 5. Yes. Can carry 40 logs. Wow. Might be a bit too much actually, but we'll see. Going from here to... where's the city? Here. There we go. Right, now we have 2 trains. Cool. Now if we look here at the construction plant, we are producing something now. There are 2 construction materials already. And our guy cannot ship that yet because he has to go to the destination first to refresh things. It's a bit wonky in this game, but yeah, that's how it goes usually. Alright. Now we have 2 trains, we have a bit of money left. We can go ahead and make a truck station here to connect. Because if you look here and you see those lit up buildings, they're actually only these parts are the industrial ones. If you look, those are the ones which need construction materials. The others don't really. Yeah, so we only need those to light up for now. So we can go ahead and make a truck stop somewhere here. Make sure the yellow ones here are touched as well. And that would be perfect. That means more demand, more places to reach the construction materials. So let's go and do that then. Let's make sure you're choosing cargo, truck station. Pick this one, yeah. So even from here, I think it can benefit already. Might be. If we choose this. I think that can work. This one. Alright. Because we must make sure that this still reaches the train. So maybe something like that. That should work. Yeah. So from here, it would go where to deliver the stuff. Now we have to find a place which lights up most of the yellow stuff. This one does, but it doesn't catch that middle part. So I think we can sacrifice one of these. Now sometimes it's worth to sacrifice one building. If you see one building will be removed and that's 100k, compared to normal it's just 7k, but sometimes it's worth it because of the location. So let's do that. Let's demolish one and let's connect this using a small road, small street like that. Maybe a medium one would even work. No, that's the wrong placement. You have to put it somewhere in the middle here, like that. No, like this. Hello? There. Did it place in the same way? Hopefully not. There we go. That way. So now if we click the truck stop, it lights up the entire city. And from here we can make a line going from here to here. We can create a depot here. A road depot where the trucks will be coming from. Maybe somewhere here. And then make maybe 2 first. Freights. I don't want horses. We can start with the DMG Cannstatt. Daimler Motors Corporation, German engine, later automobile manufacturer. Let's set 2. Let's create a new line from here. Actually, I did create a line already, right? Might be the wrong thing. So what we can do is we can have these guys go back to the depot. Yeah. So you go to line 3 and the other truck go to line 3 as well. There we go. It's nice. Now we have 2 million left, 2.5 million left, but I think we should be all set to earn some money. And then as we go along, we can go and improve, get more wagons, do some more stuff. Look, our first set of construction materials are there. Look at that. The cart is actually updating on its own. So you can see the empty ones, the ones with the actual construction materials. So that will get delivered here. And that should get delivered straight away to the industrial buildings nearby. And for those which are farther away, that will be delivered by the trucks. Yeah? Are you guys getting the picture? Yeah, so it's a brilliant game, that kind of mechanic. That's the basic premise of it. Going from raw materials, producing it, and delivering it to towns. And that's only the freight part, the cargo part. There's also the passenger part, which you've seen in the first look, where you can make buses and passenger trains, planes, ships, everything. First delivery. There we go. 19.7k. In terms of financials, we are losing money, but that's just investment costs. Once things pick up, it should be better. Now if we look at the city, we will see that the construction is actually 7% now. So it is increasing a bit. There's a bit of income there, right? Now in this, there is construction material waiting for the next shipment. In here, production is ongoing. Yeah? And we have 7 stored stone. More will be coming. And our guy is going back, waiting for this to pick up the stone, which is piling up here, 18. Yeah, nothing really magical yet, but you will see later on. This will be awesome. So let me speed it up a bit. Help the process more. Wow, and a new train just appeared, 1902. Let's see how that looks. It is twice the expense, but faster as well, 100 kilometers per hour. I think it will be worth to upgrade to that in the future. Yeah, might do that. We'll need some passes here as well, just to make sure we can have 2 trains, even more, going at the same time if they maximize the use of those passes. But I can take care of that later on. Look at that, 59k. Starting to pick up. See, in the beginning, we're all at a loss. Now, it's picking up, and eventually, that will improve. It should, hopefully. Anyway, I think that's all the time we have for now, guys. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. So that's how you start a city. That's one way of doing it. Look at this. 13 now. Yep, it is picking up. And I think we can surely manage to get more stone here if we can upgrade our train. Yeah, that should be a brilliant idea. We need more trains. And we can actually get some loans if needed, just to be able to buy the train, because this is 2.47 and we only have 2.4. Yep, because as it is with the current stage, we have more stone than we can carry, so we need either more trains or bigger trains, longer trains which can carry more. 13 again. Nice. 14. Awesome. Alright guys, yeah, that's the beginning of our logistics empire, so to speak. Maybe I have more buses than I need. Let's head this home for now. I don't think we need that much yet. Sell you. Yep. And just wait for a guy to deliver this, and then we'll call it an episode, alright? There we go. Anyway guys, it's gonna be it for now. If you did like the episode, if you want to see more, let me know in the comment section. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more updates. In the meantime, this is Clumsy Geek signing off. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a nice day, right? 92k. Let's have a look at the finances. Getting there. Getting there. Alright guys. See you and bye bye. See you in the next one.